Hi there, Facebook. Tom Suvansri here at Perennial Pride, and here for another prideful conversation. So, hopefully, everyone's having a wonderful day and morning and a wonderful week. Unfortunately, here in Connecticut, we're a little rainy today, but won't spoil this upcoming Mother's Day weekend for sure. Had a little frightening end to the week where one of our dog, our older dog Lucy, had a seizure at her daycare event. Thankfully, one of the vet techs was quick to respond and was able to take care of it and let her go through her seizure and come out and was fine. A little scary for sure, but kind of came out of nowhere. So I will appreciate everyone's who sent out some well wishes on that. It was a scary time, and thankfully she's doing better, and something we'll have to constantly monitor. But and certainly with Mother's Day, it's funny because I sometimes call her Big Mama. So she's our a sweet girl, and it just was crazy to see. But as always, those constant reminders to to always be appreciative of all the things you have. You never know what happens, but thankfully this one's turning out well so far. On that note too, and as we're approaching Mother's Day, and these are days to reflect. At least for me, they are on the importance of family, for sure, and the impact certainly my mother's had on me. And I look at my wife and our two children, the powerful woman she is as a mother and teacher and protector, and it's a time to recognize the love they've given, the sacrifices they've given all over our lives, and it's something I grow more grateful for each and every day of what certainly my mother provided for us and what mothers do around the country. So it's in the world for that matter, and sometimes we can often forget those things. I know my son sometimes will think of our sons as more of a nag more than anything, but it's all out of love and care for the children that we have, and we want them to prosper and have a wonderful life on their own. And so, when I think about it and as it relates to just life in general, right? Mothers, what do they want to do? They want to protect, they want to provide, and they want to ensure that their families are okay. And that's why I'm just so proud of what we do here at Perennial Pride, because one of the foundational pieces that we help families learn about is to create their own sort of family bank environment. And may sound a little odd, but it does a lot of the things that mothers do on a daily basis, right? They protect, right? The family banking sort of strategy helps protect families in case of premature death or disability, and provides resources to the family so they can still continue to move forward and progress in their lives. It provides a tremendous place to store wealth that doesn't lose. And obviously, as families, we want to provide for our families, make sure they're well fed and have resources so they can grow in their education and their lives and be able to provide for them. And obviously, provide a means to progress in their education, right? Resources and financing. And so a family bank environment can do that and under the controls of the family themselves, and serve the family first and foremost. And certainly the unfortunate reality is we live on this earth and we enjoy it, but we're all mortal. And so there will be a time when we all leave this earth, and so be able to do that so that you've not only provided for your children, but you can provide for them as you leave this earth so they can become even more in their lives and thrive. And so giving them the ability to do so. And so, and when you think about it from that perspective, it isn't just about money. Some of it is some of the resources so they can seek out their own sort of ventures in life and have the means to do so. I think all parents want that for their children, and certainly I know mothers do. And but equivalent to that is helping educate our children. That's my wife being a teacher, and I think we all teach in our own unique way, but being able to teach our children to be able to stand up on their own, to have confidence in where they're going in their lives, and to leverage their talents and skills and passions. So in the confines of a family bank environment, to help teach them to be responsible with money and how money works, so they can use it how it's meant, as a tool to reach and fulfill their life dreams. And it's nothing more than that. And so giving them the ability to understand that, because we know that that is not often taught in schools, and unfortunately people grow up in their whole lives and never learn it. So the family banking environment teaches that and helps people to understand how money works and how best to leverage it to fulfill life. And that to me is even more powerful than any dollar amount that could be shared. So today, that's the message I want to just leave with you around legacy. Obviously, I'm hoping all the mothers out there have a wonderful weekend, and hopefully you get pampered in the way that you deserve, and get the love from your spouses and children, and be able to kick up your feet for at least a little while on the weekend, and have fun. So have a wonderful rest of the day and weekend, and we'll see you next week.